Hi, this is Mark at learnhowtogarden.com, and in today's episode of the 10-Minute Gardener we're dealing with the end of year harvest of our chilies. We picked these yesterday. It was the last harvest of our chilies. These are a mixture of Naga chilies, habaneros and ring of fire. And there are various ways that I think you should deal with them. We can dry them, we can put them in oil. Behind me on the stove I'm actually making a sweet chili jam with lemongrass and lime. But one of the ways that I really like to deal with chilies is to make harissa. And harissa is a North African condiment. You come across it a lot in Morocco. It's added to tagines a lot as they cook. You also add it to vegetable couscous dishes. And the thing that's brilliant about harissa for using in your home is everybody adds it to their own dish at the point of serving. So you don't cook a dish that's too hot for one member of the family but not hot enough for another. And it's really easy. Will keep for sort of 6-8 weeks in your fridge. But the other thing you can do with it is you can freeze it in ice cubes, and obviously then you'll keep it quite happily for a year. If you're not subscribed to us at Learn How to Garden, there is a link below this video that'll take you over to our website. All it costs you is your email address, and it means you get informed every single time we put up a new film, and you also get access to our monthly newsletter, which contains what we think is relevant and interesting information and films. Harissa is so easy to make. It's just like making pesto. There's no cooking to this. It's just mixing together of ingredients, and it's the quality of those ingredients that determine how good your harissa is. So if you're growing them yourself, it is gonna taste much better. If we can focus down here, you can see the ones that you grow and you can see the ones you have to buy in. The main ingredient is your chilies. Now I'm using ring of fire. This is quite a hot chili. The thing with harissa is you can afford to make it really hot, because when you actually use it, you determine how warm it is. And the two main ingredients are chilies and garlic, and these are garlic that we've grown ourselves. Dead easy to grow garlic. All of us should be growing our own garlic. And a rule of thumb is 70-30. You're going to weigh this out, and 70% of the weight is going to be chilies and 30 is going to be garlic. So for 100 grams you'd have 70 grams of chili, 30 grams of garlic. Really easy. The other ingredients are about an inch of decent Italian tomato puree, dried mint, best use dried mint. It's sort of slightly stronger, not as aromatic but stronger in the actual harissa. Some fresh coriander, sea salt. Always use sea salt. You get one or two good trace elements from it and it's much nicer taste. You can use any oil you want. I'm becoming quite a fan of British rapeseed oil, less polyunsaturates than you get in olive oil. Don't get me wrong, I use olive oil every day, but I really am becoming quite a fan of rapeseed oil for mixing into things. And that's it really, that's what we need. So the first thing I'll do is de-seed these chilies, and the easiest thing for that is to arm yourself with a small paring knife. And what you're going to do is score down the chili, take the end off, score down. When it opens out, push out the seeds. In a chili, at 60% or more of the heat is in the seeds and the pith, the little ribs that hold the seeds in the chili. And what we want from our chili is all the aromatics, all the taste, all the flavour, but we don't need any more heat in these chilies than we've already got. They are way up there. On a sort of scale of 1 to 10, these would be in the 8 or 9 category. The habaneros that we've just picked and the Nagas, they're normally in the 11 out of 10 category. And we do make harissa with the habaneros, but you know, it's a bit fiery even for me on my good days. So I've de-seeded my chilies and they just literally go in. When I say de-seeded, you'll see the odd ones. In goes the garlic. About a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of mint. It's easier if you take the top off, you'll find, otherwise you'll be shaking this out all day. Tomato puree goes in. I tend to quite like it tomatoey. And with coriander, sort of you're going to have to taste it yourself, but a decent handful. And take your stalks off, you don't need the stalks in this. And that's really the construction of it. What we're going to do now is give it a quick blast while adding the oil. So the first thing we do is just pulse it to get some of it smaller before we start doing the oil. And then just literally add the oil to give you a better texture. I'm not sure whether you can hear me over this. Don't add too much oil. Don't add too much oil at once. You're much better to sort of work along with it. I wish you could smell this. This is just like, this is late summer in a pot. And you're taking this down so that when you come to use it, and as I say, the classic way is to have the pot on the table, and when you serve yourself into the ladle of juice, you can then add your own harissa, make it more liquid, and put that onto your vegetable couscous, so you can make it as warm or as sort of mild as you want. And you're looking sort of that sort of texture, that consistency. Oh, there is so much chilli in that. There is so much chilli in that. Use this one with caution. God, that's gorgeous. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Woo, forget the gym, this will make me sweat. Once it's liquidised down to a paste, into a kilner jar, and like I said, this will keep about 6 weeks in the fridge. But what I also do, because as you can see I have a lot of chilies at this time of year, is I freeze it in ice cube trays and then put those in a bag, and you can take them out sort of when you need them, sort of the day you think you're going to need them, or take 2 or 3 out and pop them in to a jar so that they sort of defrost and you can use them. So versatile. You know, it's used on meat a lot in this house, and like I say, I just love it. It doesn't have to be made with hot chilies, it can be made with mild chilies. As you saw, these are warm chilies. Good grief, they are warm chilies, but it is wonderful. Get out there and make it. It is so easy, so simple, just like pesto. Harissa. Don't buy it in the shops, it won't taste anything like this, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, that's Mark, about to have a very long cool drink of milk, and I'll see you soon.